But the one issue that Republicans successfully exploited in this year's elections was their fear of the transgender community.
Who is afraid of anyone or anybody that portrays himself as a weaker species that men look at and see that we can easily overtake? Why would real men be scared of that? How are you guys all doing? Welcome to the channel. I am Ty Smith. You're watching my channel, Modern Renaissance Man, in which I appreciate you doing so. Make sure that if you are following me, that you're following me on all the platforms you see above and below. Hitting this like button right here is how my content can consistently be recommended to you. And when you do subscribe to the channel, make sure that that bell notification is clicked. And when a little part pops up that says all notifications, some notifications, make sure it's set to all notifications. All right, appreciate it if you do that. Yeah, guys, we gotta talk about the joke of a gesturing joyless Joy Reid, the biggest one of her and Sonny. I don't know which one of them is the biggest race hustling wenches out there right now. Her and all her want to talk about proper culture appropriation and all this stuff like that. And here she is, finally cut down the Trump wig style hair that she had. Now she is sitting there rocking a blonde wig, looking just ridiculous. I mean, they just up here making this woman look like a complete fool. Anyway, she's on here going on this rant.
As he has to,
so they're not
just scattering around the room.
Add condensed milk to the chicken.
What is happening right now? It's the devil, y'all. It's the devil. None but the devil. Anyway, I wanted to show y'all this because she is on here ranting, acting like someone is fearful. Number one, acting like someone is fearful of trans people, which nobody is. But then number two, the way that she's wording this right here. Absolutely ridiculous. So check this out, y'all. Check this out.
Many issues from
Hold on, let me do it again.
America is dealing with many issues, from grocery prices to gun violence, which is the #1 cause of death for kids and teens. But the one issue that Republicans successfully exploited in this year's elections was their fear of the transgender community. Republicans spent at least, get this, $215 million on anti-trans TV ads, with the most prominent coming from the Trump campaign itself.
Even supports letting biological men compete against our girls in their sports. Kamala is for they, them. President Trump is for you.
Trump's argument was that Vice President Kamala Harris is fighting for they, them, while he's fighting for you. Reid, an independent journalist covering LGBTQ issues, tracked Trump campaign spending and found that they spent, more money on anti-trans ads than they did on housing, immigration, and economy ads combined. For context, in the entire 50 states, transgender adult Americans make up 0.5, not 5, 0.5% of the population, or 1.3 million Americans out of like 320 million. There are a little over 300,000 transgender youths in America. That's 1.4% of all young people between ages 13 and 17. That would be the numerical equivalent of the Republican Party targeting the entire city of Phoenix, Arizona, population 1.65 million, because they don't like the desert landscape. In fact, there are more kids who have been exposed to gun violence, estimated at 3 million, than there are transgender Americans of all ages in total. Targeting trans people isn't new. It is an age-old tradition, which Nazi Germany did with brutally violent ends in the 1930s. While the Supreme Court refuses to do anything about weapons of war in schools, today they seemed inclined to uphold Tennessee's ban on gender-affirming care for minors. While the decision is not expected for months, a majority of the justices parroted a string of debunked talking points, all under the guise of protecting the kids, just not every kid.
Ooh, I was waiting, y'all. I was waiting. Let's get ready to go point by point, because I'm just ready just to tear into this crazy witch.
America is dealing with many issues, from grocery prices to gun violence, which is the #1 cause of death for kids and teens.
Groceries are? Where people starving? I'm joking.
But the one issue that Republicans...
If it's the #1 death for teens, what teen specifically are you talking about, Joy? Because I guarantee they're going to turn to look just like me, black. And if it is that, why aren't you reporting on it if you're so concerned about it? You won't. Why? Oh, because, niggas killing niggas all the time is nothing. It's nothing. We're used to that. That's just part of life. Yeah.
Republicans successfully exploited in this year's elections was their fear of the transgender community.
Nobody is scared of anyone in the trans community. Let me tell you something. Like I said in the beginning of this video, if I am a man, and y'all, let's keep it real. Most men, majority of men, we look at women and we just have, it's just in our minds. We know that they are weaker than us. We know that we can easily overpower them. We know this. If it wasn't true, ladies, don't try. No, that's not true. Why is it that 99.999% of all the sexual assaults is men on women? Why? Because we know. We don't have to be told. We don't have to be taught. We know just based off our own inner beings that we can easily overpower you. You might be able to fight back a little bit on something. Depends on if you have a weapon or something like that. But just going straight up, you can easily be overpowered. So my point is saying that most men look at women as being weak, being looked at as we can easily overpower you. So it just kind of makes you like, what man goes around saying I'm scared of a woman? I don't know one man that is scared of a woman. Like if I was walking down the street and there were 15 women walking my way, I'm not going to have an ounce of fear. I'm just like, dang, that's a lot of women. But if it's the other way around where one woman saw a bunch of men walking towards her. Hey, everybody. So I'm interrupting this real quick just to let you guys all know, those of you that have been asking, how can you help and how can you donate towards the children to help children have Christmas, the ones that are involved under the mentorship of me, you can easily do it by donating to my PayPal or the Cash App right up there. And again, let me reiterate this, folks. I don't want you guys to feel any pressure. If you do, great. If you do not, great. I just want you guys to know that window is open right there for the ones who keep texting me, the ones who keep emailing me. That way everybody else can see it as well. It does not matter because I make sure that the kids get taken care of anyway. But some of my subscribers who have been consistently and have been loyal in donating there, I know you guys always ask me to remind you to do it. So here is your reminder. And everybody else, to the rest of you, no matter what you do, whether you do or don't, I hope you guys all have a Merry Christmas. They were probably, oh man, not men. I'm not gonna do that. It could be 40 of y'all. I'm not gonna be scared. Period. I don't care if it's 100. I will not be scared of no women. Period. So what am I saying that for? Let alone if we feel like that towards women, what do you think we feel about a man who is trying to look like a woman that we look at as being weaker? We're gonna look at that man as being weak too. My point in saying all that, ladies and gentlemen, is this: who fears that? There's not one masculine man who's straight that I know that fears a woman. Matter of fact, there are gay men that I know that don't fear a woman. Period.
Republicans spent at least, get this, $215 million on anti-trans TV ads.
Negro, we really going to talk about who spent? We really going to go there, Joy? Tell us what he spent it on. Come on.
With the most prominent coming from the Trump campaign itself.
We really going to go there, Negro? You want to know why Trump didn't need to spend money? I'll tell you why. I'm going to let you dig yourself into this hole.
Even supports letting biological men compete against our girls in their sports.
Because men don't need to be in women's sports.
Kamala is for they, them. President Trump is for you.
Trump's argument was that Vice President Kamala Harris is fighting for they, them, while he's fighting for you.
Yeah, every American. Every American. Who's a you, Joy? Watch this.
Reid, an independent journalist covering LGBTQ issues, tracked Trump campaign spending and found that they spent, more money on anti-trans ads than they did on housing, immigration, and economy ads combined.
You want to know why? Because Trump, every time he went and spoke at any event that he was at, Trump spoke on those things, you idiot. Why would he need to have ads on things he speak about? When Trump goes and speaks, and he's speaking on the things that concern America, those were the ads. He is the ad, you idiot. But what did Kamala do? She spent money on Oprah, $1 million. Oprah said no, they didn't give me $1 million. You want to know why, guys? Because they gave her $2 million. $10 million to Beyonce to speak for 3 minutes. Hey, Houston, y'all know what we got to do. Can I hear it? Come on. All right. She spent money on Glorilla. I'm going to get that pack fit poppin' nigga. She spent money on Cardi B to get up there. Yeah, y'all, we got to get Kamala in there. Are we ready for a woman? Hold on, I need my phone. Kamala is the best choice of all because we know that it's time to just change things. Am I correct or am I correct? Then she got Usher to get up there. You could tell they was uncomfortable. We ready for y'all. All right. Eminem to get up there. What did he do? Miss Snatch, McCaslin, Kamala Harris, and the Barris, and Ferris, and Karras, and she just Ferris. What? What was Meg Thee Stallion to get up there and twerk? Hey. And you gonna talk about what Trump spent this money on? Negro, please. Joy, you don't even want to go there when you want to talk about comparison where people spent money. Kamala Harris spent money to get a set built to go on Call Her Daddy, which completely was a complete fail. And you want to talk about money. Wait, what party is broke right now? What campaign is broke right now? Having a GoFundMe account, asking people for money so she can pay the staff? Oh, wait. You idiot. Oh, that's why I told y'all. Pierce, Joy, The View. I would be more than happy. I like Pierce, though.
For context, in the entire 50 states, transgender adult Americans make up 0.5% of the population, or 1.3 million Americans out of like 320 million.
So
there are a little over 300,000 transgender youths in America. That's 1.4% of all young people.
What's your point? Watch this.
Between ages 13 and 17. That would be the numerical equivalent of the Republican Party targeting the entire city of Phoenix, Arizona.
Watch for the words, my young mentees. Notice she said targeting. How did he target them? Show me a campaign ad where Trump specifically targeted them or they. No. When he said we don't want men and women's sports, how is that targeting trans people? That's not targeting them. That's actually setting things straight. How about this? Tell me this. Why isn't there a trans league? If you guys want to be your own beings like y'all claim y'all are, we trans. We're not male. We're not female. We're trans. It doesn't matter what you claim to be. If you want to be that, why aren't you guys fighting to get your own sport with trans people in it? And y'all can just be all amongst each other. Let's see how that work out. Let's see how many people would watch that. So you're not being targeted just because she threw that word in there. That's projecting.
Population 1.65 million because they don't like the desert landscape.
No, it's because we don't want women to be getting tore up by men being in their sport. Period. Nobody's targeting you. You put a target on yourself when you try to announce to the world. Guys, I just want to tell you, today I'm coming out and I'm bi. I'm so happy. Nobody cared. You are the one that put it out like that. If you were bisexual or gay, whatever the case may be, who cares? Go and be that. You don't have to announce it to the world, or you don't have to do any of that. Just go and be. When I met my wife, I did not get on the internet, guys. Guess what? I'm in a relationship. Oh my God. Who cares? Live your life, do you, but you can't do that because you all feel like you have to have validation from people that you know is not going to agree with you or that you know who doesn't even care about you. Black folks do the same exact thing. That's why the racism can keep on being a thing they can keep on recycling over and over again. That's why the trans stuff, gay stuff can be something they can just keep on recycling over and over again. Black folks, man, I walked in the store. Why are they looking at me? They racist. How dare you disagree with me, white people? Y'all racist. How dare you tell me no, white people? You racist. How dare you not approve my loan? You racist. See what I'm saying? It's just the everlasting revolving door because you want to feel important. You just have to have that as your backup plan. You just have to keep saying, you just have to announce it to the world because it seems like you do it in a way to seek validation. You don't have to say it to the whole world. And nobody cares that you black. White people are not going around thinking about you, black folks. They're not. They are not thinking about you. But yet at the same time, you bring the attention on yourself and make yourself a target when you try to make everything out to be racist. Everything. And it's not. Hey man, why you know what I'm saying? Why the pool table? Why the white ball got to be the one to knock all the other balls out? And the last ball that the white ball knock off the table got to be the black ball. Straight up racist. It ain't even fully black either because it got a little white circle in it. Why can't it be a full black ball? Make everything got to be racist. You put the target on yourself. Nobody cares. Live your life. Do you? Nobody cares.
In fact, there are more kids who have been exposed to gun violence, estimated at 3 million, than there are transgender Americans of all ages in total.
And if that's the case, why aren't you focusing on that, Joy? Huh? Why aren't you talking about the things that's going on in Chicago, St. Louis, all these other Democratic ran cities or any city that could be? I don't care if it's a Republican city. Why aren't you reporting on these gun crimes? You want to know why? Because they look just like me. And everybody knows, what is it? Black folks killing black? Oh yeah, that ain't news. That's normal. That's not news. That's old. That's not news. So why would anybody talk about that? So don't sit there and act like you've been concerned or that's been like a thing for you when you are not even reported on that. You lying boy.
Targeting trans people isn't new. It is an age-old tradition, which Nazi Germany did with brutally violent ends in the 1930s.
Nazi Germany didn't care who they were getting rid of. Ask the Jews. They did not. Nazi Germany was going after any and everybody. I'm surprised she didn't throw black folks in there too, since she always liked to pull the race card. Nazi Germany did some of the most horrendous things that we read and that we were told through history that they did to the Jews. So with her trying to throw this out, look what that did. That's just kind of like saying, Jews, forget what y'all went through. They went after trans people back. Was that even a thing then? Was it even a thing to be transgender back then? Like they come on. I'm just saying, I don't know. I wasn't back in the 30s. If some of my subscribers in here lived during that time, can y'all did that? Was that even a thing? I'm not saying gay people, but transgender. Come on, man. I maybe it was. I wasn't there.
While the Supreme Court refuses to do anything about weapons of war in schools today.
Yeah, because people in school with rocket launchers and, you know what I'm saying?
Today, they seemed inclined to uphold Tennessee's ban on gender-affirming care for minors. While the decision is not expected for months, a majority of the justices parroted a string of debunked talking points, all under the guise of protecting the kids.
Yes, protecting the kids from predators like you. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, you might think that the word predator is only, associated with men or women who like to try to do sexual things to children. Look in the wild and you tell me who predators go after. Huh? Predators go after the newborn. They go after the young. That's who they go after first. That's who predators go after. Why is that? Because they're easy. Because the newborn, they have no antennas that they're in danger. They don't know how to perceive danger yet. They haven't lived long enough to even make decisions on what's real, what's fake, what's a danger, what's not a danger, what's something that I can be around, what's something I can't be around. Go look. I love nature videos. Go look on YouTube right now. Type in videos of like a jaguar adopting a monkey, or a jaguar adopting a gazelle, or a lion adopting a baby gazelle. Lions sit there and kill these things all day long, but for some reason they killed the parent, and the little bitty antelope, whatever, gazelle, whatever it was, it followed the female lion, and the female lion took a liking to the little gazelle, whatever like that, and she wouldn't even let the other ones kill the gazelle. The gazelle followed the lion around. Why? The gazelle had no concept that it was in danger. It had no concept that lion was literally the enemy. It had no concept the lion just killed my mama. Same thing with children. That's why predators go after them. They have no concept or no antennas to say this is wrong. Even if something is being done to them in a disgusting sexual way, the kids don't have the antennas yet to perceive that something is being done wrong to me. Because and then these little sickos, they reward the kids when they do things like that. So the kids think that because they're getting that positive feedback, that must be a good thing. So people like her, who, when you celebrate this stuff, when you cheer for them and everything like that, you giving these kids that same positive feedback loop and trick them into thinking that what they're doing is actually good, not letting them know that in the end is going to destroy them. In the end, just like with that little Thompson gazelle, just like with that baby monkey, in the end, they got killed. They didn't know they were in danger. So this is sickening, and that's why I call her, anybody else that go along with this stuff, doing it to these kids, you are a predator, preying on kids, knowing that it's going to destroy them in the end. The predator knows that the lion knew that baby Thompson gazelle, that baby antelope was in danger. The jaguar knew that monkey was in danger, but the monkey didn't know, but the jaguar knew it. Joy Reid and all these other folks that do things like this know that in the end it's going to harm these kids and destroy these kids. But the kids, they don't know it yet until it's too late, when they got old and they realized I don't have it. I didn't even get a chance to even know what it was like to go through this. I never got a chance to even know what it's like to be with a woman. I never got a chance to know what it's like to even be with a man, that girls that get these things done to them. Then they go through all this crazy psychological stuff. They got to be on medication for the rest of their lives. Their self-deletion rate increases like by 70%. But this is stuff they don't tell y'all. All these people on here that are making videos trying to tell you guys the ramifications of getting this done and how they have to detransition and the stuff they go through, YouTube completely suppresses stuff like that. That's why this stuff kills. I can't stand folks that do things like this, especially to kids.
Just not every kid.
Anyway, y'all, that's my take on that right there. As you can see, I get really, really passionate about stuff like this because this is sickening. You pissed off because people want to protect the kid. Let that kid become a full-grown adult, which we all know, medicinally speaking, and based off of studies, that the brain pretty much fully matures when you're around the age of 25. If you want to make a decision, do things like that as an adult, at least as an adult, you will deal with those consequences based off the decision that you made. But parents that are having their kids do things like this, that is crazy and that's disgusting to me. It's sickening. It's appalling. If your child think they are a lion, go let them be with the lion. Your child right now going, oh, go put them in a cage with a gorilla. Go take them to the zoo and drop them off in there. Just hang them over the fence, drop them down there with the gorilla. Your dog, your child, go and hang them over and drop them down in the lions. See if the lion's going to accept them. Even the lions know, ooh, that's a snack. Freaks. Anyway, y'all, and again, let me make this clear. I have nothing against anybody that's gay, trans, lesbian, pansexual, curious. I have nothing against any of you that are about that lifestyle, period. You make the decision to do that. You live that out. Fine. Great. Go on with your life. Boom. Hand clap, fist bump, make it explode. Boom. But when you are doing stuff like this to children who don't even have the mental capacity to make decisions and even understand what it is that they are doing, those of you are the ones who I have an issue with. I think y'all are sick. Like that's just sickening to me. That's my point. Disagree with me? Let's see in the comments below this video. Make sure you guys do what you see in that cloud right there. And if you would like to see the next video that I will be doing in chronological order, it's going to be up here. Things that I do as a variety on this channel will be right here. I am Ty Smith, modern Renaissance man, hoping and praying that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, I pray every last one of you guys are in great health mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.